Welcome to the Platform and Software Development webinar of Shelly Group SE. I would like to welcome the company's co-CEO Dimitar Dimitrov and Mr. Miraz, who will guide us through the presentation in a moment, followed by a Q&A via chat. And with that, I hand over to you, Mr. Dimitrov.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to everybody. Thanks for joining the call. Next to me first, the Mr. Miraz, which will guide me and help with the part of the presentation. So today will be a little bit different call. We will present, we don't dive deeply in the devices that we already built. We will show what is coming, what we make in the last years, what we promise, what we do. And after that, we will make some overview because many of you know about the Shelly. Maybe not so many using the Shelly devices. I will show what exactly our customers see, what exactly our customers using. And also we will make a short demo to see also what else can be done with the Shelly devices. So let's start. This is something which our webinar, I will talk about that. Let's just go to the next slide. This is something which we promised 2 years ago. When we talk in 2024, we tell where we are moving, in what kind of direction when we talk about the devices, in what kind of the direction when we talk about the technology. But something much more important is to see exactly what we promise, what we deliver. And here you can see that almost everything which we promised 2 years ago, it's already delivered. Something which is not is coming in the next month and a half. And on top of that, we built also additional features and platforms and opening another verticals, which we doesn't showing you 2 years ago. I'm very proud with the team, with everybody in the company participating with the R&D, with product management, because this helps us to move company faster as nobody do that. And new product categories. Let's little bit go dive into the new product categories before switching to the software part of the presentation. The first one, we built and we go into the many directions in the last years. The first one, this is the smartphones. You've seen that there is already a few models on the market. The new one is coming, but not only this one, but in combination with Shelly X, we're planning to release end of the year many different types of the locks, which will cover all the different use cases for different customers. The second one is the smart cameras. We are ready with the smart cameras. Now they're in the mass production. We finalizing the last touches on the interface, on the software, because we want to amaze the customers and to present them something, not just the camera, but something much smarter for what compare with all other competitors. The next one is the monitoring and security. We extensively working to increase our devices related to mirror the environment, which can be used also for the security. And this one is something which will continue in the future. Connected protection. I believe that you will see in the 2 weeks, but we're targeting before end of the month to release the first breakers, automatic breakers. And this is not just the breakers. This is the real active protection for your house, which allow you to measuring the energy, to controlling the high voltage and also very powerful appliances remotely. Until now, to do that, you need the multiple devices. Now, we built everything into the breakers and we expect really huge interest about them. HVAC system, something which we doesn't have. Now we have a multiple devices with which we can control the HVAC system for heating, for cooling. And the Shelly X, by the way, is very famous because now if you open our website, there is a many Shelly X devices and some appliances which is not ours, but the supply is built inside our technology. There is EV chargers, there is a special curtain system, automatic curtain system. There is There is at least 17 devices which are on the market, and we've seen that demand is huge, and our customers very appreciated this approach. But everything of this one is sometimes is not related only to Shelly Cloud. This is the reason, the last point is when we make a fleet manager, which can cover these cases, which can deliver the tailored solution, not just the hardware, but also the software tailored solution for every customer, something which we will show later. And now let me go to the software part. The first one, before I'm going to give you much more details, the premium applications. It's coming without pushing the customers, but it's coming strong. The customers which using our premium features and paying for premium features is increasing on a daily basis. We try to deliver them really something on top, because currently there is no other companies with charging on top their customers, retail customers for a subscription, with subscription for some kind of the premium features. But I think here we reach the perfect balance. Customers will not complain. They're happy to use what we offer them. We increase the range of the premium subscriptions, and with the cameras, that's everybody know that at least between 30 and 40% of the customers using cloud storage, using cloud services, we will combine our premium features with the cameras. So we're expecting this to give us a huge more to deliver much more significant revenue. But even that, and that's us many times, as I share, we're completely happy until now, because currently our premium customers cover the cloud expenses for all customers. This is a very good. There is no many company which reach that level. We reached it, I think, more than half a year ago. And now let's talk about the fleet manager. And Mircho, please.
Thank you, Dimitar. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. So we have our solution that is strictly tailored B2C. So our vertical is solid, working for millions of users at the moment. What we are facing today is how do we enable businesses, solution providers, installers to build the entire vertical for the businesses, for the site operators, for the facilities that are going with Shelly solutions. So our answer is Fleet Manager. Fleet Manager is a platform that allows connecting the solutions, the hardware solutions that Shelly provides into one consistent, coherent platform that allows for consistent user management, data collection, statistics management, and building user interfaces and solutions on top of it. It has been available for some time already as an open source product, and we are working with an expanding group of beta testers and solution providers that are trying, testing it, deploying it, and we actually improve it day in, day out, working on it. So it's kind of the missing part where probably Shelly Cloud, as it is now, is not suited for lift and shift into the premises of a customer in places where data has to be local and independence from other facilities, availability of internet is needed. So Fleet Manager is providing and is cutting cost for a solution provider by implementing the knowledge that we have at Shelly about devices, how those devices operate, the ins and outs of devices. So it's a kind of a driver layer for our devices, connectivity for them, secure connectivity for them. It provides level of automations that can actually in itself, the very base layer of the platform has automations. It provides statistics and analytics of data that is collected inside, and of course, business operations management based on IoT devices and the solutions that Shelly provides. We are, as I said, we already are working with solution providers on that. And we are thinking about the next step, because this in itself, we want to democratize the access to Shelly solutions, and we want to make it even more accessible for the regular installer. We have more than 7,000 installers that we want to make it possible for them to quickly deploy a software solution tailored for the customers they are working with. This is in the making at the moment. We have an idea about the model. We have about the pricing model, revenue sharing with the solution providers. We are working at the moment also with them on this. And if it's about how this could be tailored, if you can imagine how this could expand and actually cover existing businesses. So instead of what today is being handled by an electrician, adding a bit of automation for a small shop, a hospitality provider, probably outdoors advertisement or street lighting, this today with Fleet Manager could actually scale and automate the business of businesses that actually their core operations are not related but facilitated by IoT. And in the case of our existing users of Fleet Manager, actually they rely on the Shelly solutions. So maybe it's better to go to see some incarnations of this platform, Dimitar.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Just one question still. For example, does it mean that if I have a hotel, I'm hotel manager, and everything in my hotel is I want to automate the hotel to know, for example, how the consumption is different in different not only rooms but in different facilities. I want to at the same time monitoring the housekeepers, how they going, what they cleaning exactly. I want to monitor, for example, the many areas to automate. By the way, for example, I have EV chargers, I have a parks. This is the solution where the Fleet Manager can do the job for me and give me everything just made exactly the same for my hotel?
Yes, I would strongly recommend it to your local solution provider to actually go directly to Fleet Manager if they already decide to do Shelly, because it will cut weeks, if not months, of development costs for them, and will have the solution in their hands.
So they come with Shelly devices, they install them in my hotel, then they just run the Fleet Manager, and then I can see my hotel completely automated with everything.
Work with you to build a tailored UI that it's your preference of colors, of how the facilities and your properties. And why don't you ask me something different? If you have a hotel, how much are you spending on washing on heating water?
I think nobody knows that.
There will be something that you will be able at this day and age actually track your electricity. Maybe it's becoming more and a larger and larger piece of your expense.
I think exactly, because I will start presenting you, but first there will be two different topics. The first one will be the Shelly application. What exactly today our customer used, what they can do, what they see. This is the important tool, because many of you're our investors, but maybe you never use our Shelly devices. Even if you use the Shelly devices, maybe you doesn't use everything which we can provide. For that I want to show you. And the next topic is exactly some third-party clients, some parties which already build the Fleet Manager for them to see same Shelly devices which you can use at home, how can be used for some kind of industrial, from the professionals to deliver the solution for the factories, for the stores, for the municipality, for everything. Just using not Shelly Cloud, but using this Fleet Manager, which is especially made for that. Okay, please let's share the screen. Okay, thank you. But I think can be on a big screen. Yeah. Okay. So we open the Shelly application, and if you have many devices, which many of our customers have, you can see that your house in different rooms, but only in each room you can see, for example, how much is consumed this room, what is the temperature, are the door and windows is closed in this room. Even let's say if we dive into the room, you can see, for example, about the lighting. You can control the lights in the room. You can switch it on and off. If you have a curtains, automated Shelly curtains, then you can open and close these curtains remotely. You can, by the way, there is a different groups control multiple lights. There is a scenes which are automatically executed based on different conditions. For example, for the good night, everything is switched off, the curtains is closed. When you go into the toilet, automatically the lamp is going on until you are there. Also, in different rooms, by the way, we can have a thermostat to control the heating, but this is on the group level, how everything looks like. On the garden, there is an irrigation system which we can control. There is a mowing robot which we can control almost everything. But something which is our customers like it a lot. And also, by the way, that's also important. To Shelly app and using our displays, you can control the music in your house, in the whole room. So we are not just automated the home, but we make complete entertainment. We can control the complete entertainment of the home. But something which everybody like a lot, and which only we provide, I can say we provide, this is the real-time, very detailed information for what the customers spending their money regarding the electricity. And as the Mirchu said before, when you have some facility, not only the house, but don't know exactly for what are you paying. And I can see, for example, this is the data which we receive from the real time, and I can see, for example, in this home that how much is using for heating and cooling, how much for the pool and garden, how much for the lighting, how much is it for the refrigeration, and everything. And I can see that only real time, but not only real time how this is separated and disaggregated, but also I can see how much energy is on each room, and in that room what exactly is consuming energy. As an example, if you take a look on the kitchen, we see that there is a refrigerators in this refrigerator consuming almost 60 watts. But only this one, if I push on them, then I can see how much, and every customer can see how much this costs on a daily base, on a monthly base, on a weekly base, how much they spend for refrigerator, how they spend for the washing. Because if they going into the washing room, then I can see, for example, now the dryer is working right now. But they can see when the dryer is working, how much energy is consumed. And by the way, if you want to check for for example, last 30 days, how much, you can see how much money you pay for the dryers, how much money you pay for the washing. And this is something which we provide for every customer on a real time, even if this customer is not a premium one. So the premium customers have some features on top where the AI could help them to lowering the energy consumption. We give them information by minutes, not only by hour, not only by day. Because this information also is here on a daily basis. For example, for last 24 hours, I can see how much energy I used, how much this cost me, how much energy is produced if there is a solar panels. You can see each hour exactly what's happening in your house. And also you can see this very detailed information also by room. And this is still available for every Shelly customers without paying nothing. This is just the regular with the Shelly device in house. You can see exactly what's happening and how much you pay for this one. And by the way, this is a lot of information which is about our team is able to proceed because this is coming for over 4 million households. And this information is coming for every 15 seconds for more than 10-12 million devices, 24 hours. And we processing this data, make a scenes, storing this data, make analytics, and this is happening in the real time. This is something which is the beauty of Shelly, and also we make this one without spending millions for the cloud. We're spending maybe a very reasonable amount, which I say they cover it at the moment from the customers. So something else which is important for the premium customers, they have some very special monthly overview. where they can say, for example, average energy per hour. So you can see, for example, that early morning at 9 o'clock and also afternoon, about 6 to 10 p.m. is the most consuming hour in this house. You can see which is the most consuming days. And by the way, we can see now the summer season is coming. The winter is a little bit prolonged and the eastern season, because you can see this is coming from the heating. Some days is colder, so the heating is working. I spent more and more money for the heating. The last 2 weeks is the weather is much better from the middle of May, and then I stopped the customer stopped using the heating pump, and you can see that the consumption immediately is going down. And this is the whole data which they receive every month with very precise analysis, where we tell them, guys, this is the most consuming device, this is the most consuming day, this happens in your house, this is the how much some comparison with the years ago, with a month ago, so they know exactly what they needed. Of course, there's an AI assistant where you can ask the different questions. For electricity, for everything, you can ask, for example, when I go in the bed the last night, and then our system, based only the consumption and some motion sensors, could tell you exactly, okay, the last you going to the bed in 10 p.m. because then you switch it, or once you switch it off, consumption is going usually how on the night mode. So this is something we use, and this is what mainly Shelly apps provides. Now with the cameras, we will provide more, but also for the people, by the way, which has the solar system, they can see exactly, for example, how much energy is consumed from the grid or from the solar system. And this is no matter what kind of solar system do they have. We are completely agnostic about the brand. We are completely agnostic about the protocols. This is happening only through our devices without any additional data from the solar system from the customer. And this is something which we build, and we very precisely work can build it. And so you can see, for example, on a daily basis, what is the demand. We can see for example, for the last month, last 7 days, how much is used for the last 30 days. You can see how much the battery is recharged from the grid, how much is the consumption of the house, which days, because it's not sunny, the house is consuming more energy for the grid, and for the which days, which is sunny, the energy is coming from the system. And by the way, optimizing the consumption, which we do very actively. For example, the water heating is coming directly, is using only exceed energy from the sun. If you have a EV car, car will be charged from the battery, not from the grid. And you can see the actual data, which not so many people can reach it, from total 1.3 megawatts of hour energy for a month. Our system optimized 900 kilowatts to come from the sun, and only 400, which means 1/3 is coming from the grid, 2/3 from the sun. This is because there is a different kind of the algorithms which control the EV charger exactly to work when it's a sunny day and the battery is full. The same with the PV system is working. The heating system is working mainly to produce the heat water when it's not sunny. But this is highly optimized interface for the house usage. For the home usage. And so we start to have a demand from the customers. Guys, we want to use for different occasions. One is for the hotel, but what we're showing here is not enough from the hotel. We want to use for the city street lighting. We want to control the street lights with your device because they're capable to do that, but then this interface is useless. We need something else. And this is the reason what we create. For example, I can show the first one which we create. This is whole, the same Shelly devices behind, but completely different platform based on the Fleet Manager. And this is a platform which allow customers to control and to monitoring their PV plants remotely. And also for the PV plant providers, by the way, they can control multiple PV plants, depends on the weather, depends on the battery, depends on many tasks. For example, if you go there, you can see for these customers how much this is the 2 inverters in this system. He can see these inverters, how much produced energy, how much energy they sold. You can see the predictions. You can see the energy prices. This is energy history, by the way. I will show the energy price for the next 24 hours. Maybe there. Just a second. This is in Greece. We already do that. This is the day-ahead prices. So the system automatically can tell to these customers when to sell energy when the price is high. So the price is tomorrow, for example, in Greece, because this is based in this today in Greece a bit higher, maybe because the weather is not good. For tomorrow, so still is not maybe it will be ready in 1 hour when this is when the forecast is made. But also here you can see in the customers can see very detailed information about his PV plants to see how much is the current production, how much consuming from the grid, how much how much battery is charged, and can make a different kind of the automations based on this data system to optimize and to sell energy on the best conditions. And not only this one, something which we create, is for the energy traders, for the company which combine multiple plants. They can create a virtual plant, they can control, for example, 100 if they want, east and west simultaneously. So if there is demand from the grid to lowering the production, they not need to jump one by one. Until now, they need to go to each cloud provider, solution provider based on the inverter manufacturer, and to control each plant independently with the fleet manager and the Shelly devices behind, because this is full only Shelly devices. They can control multiple plants in different locations. This is one of the platforms which we're showing and also we offering to the market for the customers we need it. The second one which can show here, this is maybe somebody from Bulgaria, they can see the region where this is working, but this is the platform which gives opportunity to municipalities to control the city lightings. So in every street there is a multiple lighting strips, and this is the special electrical boxes from which they controlling this strip during the night to switch on off, to detect different malfunctions. For example, because now is the day, this is the light platform, by the way, you can see that the street, this particular, let's say that one maybe, if the light is off, consumption is this one, is just 5 watts, what is the voltage at the moment, and also some of them which provide data about the door is closed, temperature, humidity, all data which need to control in one city or in one region the whole city-wise on the municipality. In different groups, different schedules, the electrical panels, by the way, where the customers can see information what exactly is behind the Shelly devices which is involved in this system. And the UI is completely different kind of the reports, by the way. This is the total energy, and if I switch to the monthly view, then for June, let's say now June is beginning, if I switch to May, we can see that especially now C1 municipality, which is not so big, by the way, how much energy is consumed. But not only this one, this system gives them information if something happens, if something going offline, if there is a malfunction of some of the panels or of the street lighting, if there is maybe steal of energy from somebody from the panels. And this is the system. This system give them all kind of the information on a minute base and analytics from which they can operate the lightings much more efficiently than before. Having the reports and all data here, they can see each street how much is consumed, how many strips there is, and this is still fleet manager with different user interface, with the same Shelly devices which is used in the solar panels, same Shelly devices which is used for the home appliances, but with the purpose to control city lighting from one of the this is part of the one of the regions of Bulgaria at the moment, which we make as a first test. The third one is for the customers which have multiple locations. For example, this the company which have multiple stores selling different equipment with mobile phones. And there they can monitoring in a live with Shelly devices, information how much consume each of these stores. Not only this one, because in each store they can control the music using Shelly devices, how loud the music, what kind of the music to be at the moment in the store. They can see how the disaggregation, how much consume in the total store, what about the lighting, what about the outdoor advertising. Now it's during the day, maybe we talk about only not the whole advertising, but just part of it. How much using through the socket, how much using to cooling or heating for HVAC system in their stores. What is the warehouse temperature? What is the humidity? Because some of the equipment which they're selling is very sensitive to the humidity and temperature. How many people in the store? By the way, there is nobody in the store, but now one is just entering in the store as you see. So how many people is in the store? Because they can count which days there is a many people, which hours there is a many people, which day there is less people. So they can, based on that, they can assume how many people also how many people to meet them, to be in the stores from the staff, just to have enough resources. And this is something which they can see with different panels. They can see with different kind of the reports in live. Still some of our system which can tell to their support team that something is wrong and they can go and check it. Different schedules, automatically to control the temperature, automatically to control the lighting. And all of this really has, this is the Shelly devices which, by the way, is behind the system and working with the system to make everything possible. So 272 devices, as you see at the moment, is online and controlling the stores, monitoring the stores, monitoring this system. And the device is not different. Same as we're selling for the households. This is just different UI, different interface, especially made for this customer. And if you continue like that, for example, this is made for third-party team using our platform, because currently we believe that is not only we should do that, we should empower the integrators to do their one job. When the customers come, when the customers come, our integrators to able to provide this solution. And this is one of the examples. This is completely third party which make a whole building management with our solution, where the owner can see this product is still ongoing. It's not completely finished product, but some of the device already is working. So they can see, for example, they can change to control the heating, the cooling, the system. On the whole building, they can see how much is consuming this building in lifetime, how many devices is already there. They can choose between different floors to manage them separately if there is another building also. Here on the left side is very interesting how they build it, because they make a floor map of each of the floors. And after that, they start adding devices on this format which providing this data. Different things which they do. But this is a third-party platform, third-party interface based on the Shelly platform. Another example, for example, this is for the storage management. There is a demand from the client which renting containers for people where can they store their items. And they want to be sure what is the temperature of the container, what is the humidity, how much is the total consumption of the container, are the container is locked or no, is not. And this is the Shelly devices acting and the platform is acting as a container management. And not only this one, but also for the customers which renting the container can see in his container what is the state, what is the state, how much is what temperature, humidity, pin code to unlock the container, or remotely to lock and unlock the container to place some things into the container. The both interfaces and the whole platforms is made with Shelly devices and the fleet manager behind which just empower them to have this very tailored solution. And the last one, by the way, this is something which we do for one of the food chain in Macedonia, where in the map you can see how many food chains they have. In each store they can see information about the consumption. They can see not only this one, but they can monitor in their fridges here for example, fresh display, how much the temperature in their fridges. And if something is going wrong, immediately the system alarms them and send them information about the issue, and they have a time to fix it before needs to trash. So before was the
preventive maintenance.
Preventive maintenance, yeah, thank you, Mircho. Preventive maintenance, which is implemented for them. And on top of that, they can see exactly for what they using the energy in the stores. And by the way, this is another preventive management, because in case that ventilation doesn't clean well, or if there is a malfunction, immediately they will see that there is a consumption is too high and too low as usual, and the system will inform them and give them this information. So this is still same Shelly devices, but different UI and different platform. So this is short overview what exactly Fleet Manager do and how we exactly looking on the future. Just currently the first client is there. We're developing for them. Now we are working. On the solution to make it easier, and AI help us a lot, because part of these interfaces is made without developers. We just train the special agents, AI agents, how Shelly works. We give them the best practice for the platform. We give them some rules, and we give them where to host it. In a day, the platform is ready to be used. Something which each of these platforms create and give it to the customer for less than a week, a final version. Something which a year ago, 2 years ago, you need half a year, sometimes more than a year, a huge team to work on it, and usually a lot of money which customers could spend. And now we completely working this solution to available for everyone with our devices, which could act as a monitoring, sensors, actuators, as usually they do. Yeah, thank you very much. Mircho, do you want to add something before the questions? Yeah.
Just want to add that it's not our intention to get alone into this game of actually providing this software platform. We are looking for partners. We are looking for making a viable business model where all our installers, the solutions providers that we already work with, to start working with us on using this platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're opening the Q&A session. Today we're only taking your questions via our chat box. So, as I can see, we have already received some questions, actually 3 by Mr. Tobias Zinding. I will read them out one by one. He says, hello and thank you for taking my questions. First question. Can you speak to how you're approaching sales and deployment for the Fleet Manager and energy solutions?
So there's different approaches. The first one, what we do, you know that currently we have over 7,500 electricians, but most of them is just electricians. We working with more 1,000 more integrators. So for us, what we believe, currently working to train them and to show them how to use the platform. And then integrators, we work with electricians to build the platform for their own customers. Because there is multiple issues which need to solve. Sometimes the customer doesn't know exactly what they want. They can explain, but not on the technical way. The electricians, they know what they can do to measuring that point and this one, but they don't know how to present it. And then for this one, you need the integrator, which acting as a project manager to understand the customer's need, to help electricians to build the right devices, and then to giving to the customers the interfaces and the solution as you see. And for what we see, the demand is huge because currently there is no other options. Other option is limited or very, very expensive. And there is no such a freedom which we're delivering now for everybody to build as they want just for a day, even for the proof of concept, they can deliver them and show them in an hour. They can show them, okay, do you want to see your building or your business's consumption, or no matter temperature, doors, everything like that, or these machines, you want to monitoring these machines like that. If they say, yeah, that's exactly I want to do that, the only next step which they need to do is to connect this mock-up which they make for the client to the fleet manager and connect and install the Shelly devices. So let's say that approach is quite similar to what some big names like ABB, Siemens, Schneider do on the until now, but we completely revolutionize how this could be made, how much this will cost, and especially the speed. I think until now this takes a years. And if there's some change request, customers want to add something, this will be the whole process should start not for the beginning, but still the big team, some huge team need to be involved. Now we do that very simple, and this is the main approach which we're looking for. Also, we're working with the solution when everybody, because there's two solutions, by the way, for the fleet manager. One of them is fleet manager is installed into our cloud. Then the customer doesn't need to think about nothing. Not hosting, not where to pay. They just need to go into our code, activate their one account, explain what they needed, and this will the UI interface to be created, and then connect Shelly devices. For the much more advanced customers, and also for customers which is security sensitive by themselves, because the platform cloud doesn't make everything less secure, but maybe somehow then the automation relates to their internet connection. And some customers is very sensitive in the data, in the information. For example, if you're working in the factory, automation to stop working because there is the internet outage is not the solution. Then we provide them options to install the whole fleet manager locally in a server in their building or in their factory, and everything is working locally without losing any kind of the benefits. But in this case, they need somebody to take care about the software upgrades, about the all kind of the hosting and buying the PC. So we're offering these two solutions for different kind of the customers.
Thank you very much. We have a second question by Mr. Zinding. Given the complexity of the products, what kind of onboarding cycles do you expect, and will you partner with larger scale installers for both solutions?
Yeah, we see two different paths ahead. So one would be pre-made, tailored templates for different business verticals, and we will work directly with our large installer base or people that would like to jump into building business based on Shelly, and they will be able to use the pre-made templates to quickly prepare and very close to deployment the solution for and walk into a business and have a meaningful conversation based on actual data. They bring a few devices with them, they install them, and they show the customer that in this moment they can see the consumption of all the refrigerators in the shop they are working in. And the second approach would be, actually, this is a very good question. We are starting working with and the rollout will probably be geographically limited, because we are also limited working with in which area we work. But we started working in Western Europe, UK at the moment with system integrators and solution providers, and via them and supporting them to deliver the first solutions for the customers. We go through the training and the onboarding and the knowledge sharing for our platform.
Yeah. So without need to create the demand is there.
Yeah.
And now, as many times we say, every moment for the every issue for the economy or something help us to be stronger. Because currently, many of the customers, they need to finish their projects, but they want to spend less money for these projects. And then they have a choice: what to use the standard approach and to spend hundreds of thousands for the platform and also for the devices right now, or they can do something new and much more innovative, spend less, add devices as they need now, and because the Shelly device is not locked to the infrastructure after, so you can install in any moment after. They can just add the devices on the next steps. But the demand is there. This is the well-known business for the project management. But until now, we don't approach it because our interface is mainly oriented to the households for the retail usage. Now, with what we have, we just start offering also for the rest of the business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to add that we keep true to whatever Shelly did so far, also with Fleet Manager. We are true to less vendor lock-in in what we provide. So as with every device, Shelly, that you acquire, it's yours and you can put it in whatever system you decide. We will be glad if you continue working with the rest of the Shelly ecosystem, but this is the usual case. A lot of customers do use their own solutions and based on their own preference. Fleet Manager also comes with this openness. The APIs are open, the documentation is online, so we welcome also this group of people that would like to actually build something, and we are not locking them in.
All right. Thank you very much. His third question is, can you speak about the camera products and the price range for those?
Yeah, the price range, we keep it higher. Anyhow, even this is the cost conversation, we keep it higher. Because we don't aware also the competitors to react before. As I can say, we have a special QA group which receive already the cameras, the external one. Everybody is amazed for what we built, about the size, about the quality. They also advise us what else can be done to improve the camera and the service. Even that, if you ask us about our criteria, this is the very first camera, and there will be second one, third one, fourth one. But really, I don't want to share about more data about the cameras right now because everybody's expected. We believe that end to end of the month, the first quantity will be delivered because it's very tight period. This could be moved also for the beginning of July, but not late. So we're working. And you will see, because really the project is going, this is just the beginning of this journey with the camera. And for what we've seen, we have what to give to the world, even from the cameras and with our, with the combination with the smart home, but even without. There's innovations is there and nobody's seen them, but soon we will be sure that we will show it to the world. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for your questions, Mr. Zinding. We have another question by Mr. Liam Steenen. He's asking, do you know how many current users the fleet management software has?
Misha could help with that, but I think it's not so much, but it's,
as I said, it's available for download, the public version, so we don't track this. At the moment, we have several tens of businesses that are working, and because we are in a very much better moment, we are more reactive than proactive. So we are waiting for customers and to find the proper partner and more in direction of system integrator that are actually deploying to the customer the final solution. The usual problem is to be available for the customer, as Dimitar said, and be able to handle his request and be there for the changes that he requests. So at the moment, in beta testing, several tens of customers across mainly Europe.
We have now the team in
a little bit
Africa.
US, a little bit of US, a little bit of Africa.
Yeah. So I can tell the platform is there. We're working, but we're expecting to show something the Q4 this year and to have a real impact of the revenue next year. Because when we talk about such customers and the projects, first, the project is not going fast. Even now the platform is done, but somebody to implement it to the project business for this is usually going a little bit slower. So we're expecting next year the first projects to be completely done, and they will be integrated and implemented into the system. For example, this project which I offer from municipality here with the city street, I think we expect many more. There is a demand, but also this one is going very slow. Could take a year or 2 years before somebody use it. It's most important that we need to start this journey, and I think the foundation is already built, and now we need to continue in that direction and to deliver it to the customers, which, as I say, will take a little bit more time.
Thank you so much. We have another question by Mr. Harry Lupton. He's asking, please, can you explain the monetization roadmap?
Yep, there's two ways. I think there's one slide maybe there which we skip it, but the first one is customers. They can choose to use the platform on their own premises, under their own hosting, or using our cloud. If they're using locally, and they can also change it locally, the platform which is built, we don't charge them nothing from the platform. We can charge them some customization fee, installation fee, but this is just a single time charge. That everything is coming because the platform using Shelly devices, the profit is coming from the Shelly devices. If they doesn't want to handle with the local storage, they don't have administrators and they don't want to, they can use this platform in our cloud, placed in our cloud. In this case, we charge them for the platform, we charge them per connected device. This is the second way of the monetization, because we're selling them Shelly devices, and after that we charge them per device connected to the platform. And the third way, which we're offering right now, is to give them also devices as a lease. So they lease the platform to our cloud and devices which they need for their own project. In this case, they doesn't have any capex on their side, because they will paying a monthly fee which will cover devices plus platform. And I don't want to go now a little bit deeper into details because we'll make a calculation, but say roughly we're expecting in a first year of usage everything to be paid off from the device as a cost, and then for the another next 2, 3 years, 4 years, depends on the agreement, to realize the profit from the device and from the platform which we give them under last condition, meaning the lease devices and platform together.
Thank you. We have 2 questions from Mr. Alexander Despres. He's asking, are you using multiple cloud providers to support the software platform?
No, currently we're cloud agnostic. We can go whenever we want. Our preferred partner is Google, because we have special conditions and we have very good pricing from them. And using multiple Google clouds. AWS, for example, from Amazon, is something which we've seen, but currently, and we can go there, especially the fleet manager is completely agnostic where will be installed. Even it can be installed, for example, we have a home PC, we can install there. But yeah, when we host it, we prefer Google. But we can install whenever the customers want it, if they have their own preferences.
Right.
The usual European data center of Google.
Yeah.
All right. His second question is, what is the percentage of false positives for the alarm function?
What kind of alarm function?
Maybe for the street lights, there was some alarms.
There is, but no. If there's alarm, it's alarm. I think maybe it looks like complicated. I can tell that it's not so complicated. Just imagine. I will explain, especially for this case. If you control the strip of the lights, 10 lights, and you know that the strip there is a 10 lights and they consume 100 watts. If you've seen that from tonight, the consumption is 90, not 100 watts. You immediately can assume that one of the lights is gone, and you can send this to the customers. And this is something also different. If you're monitoring the fridge temperature and the temperature is increased by some reasons, you're expecting -20 and the temperature is -5 or 0. There is no false positive. The fridge is gone and something needs to be made before. something which could happen and when you try to make a predictive maintenance based only on the consumption. Because sometimes, for example, the consumption of one fridge is dependent of the ambient temperature. And sometimes, for example, the system could say this is something is wrong because the fridge is consuming less than 24 hours ago, and the reason could be because the weather today is unexpectedly colder.
Yeah.
And even if you try to fix this one, this could happen. But this is the false positive and false negative. This is completely logic which working in the, I think, close to the 100% of the cases.
All right. Thank you very much. The next question is from Mr. Belizar Fulansky. He's asking, hello, what is the monetization path for the software solutions, especially solar and city lights? Is there options for clients to order customizable software solution from Shelly?
I think absolutely yes. I just on the previous question answer about the monetization, this is too valid for the solar, for the street lighting. We're offering all three solutions, meaning independent cloud hosted by us, leased platform with devices, and of course that's the idea for the fleet manager. The customers can decide to customize it by his preferences or demand, and this could be done in a few hours a day or maximum in a week.
All right. Thank you. We have another question by Mr. Welton. He's asking, your customers have historically appreciated the open loop nature of the product and Home Assistant website. What makes you think that they will want to commit to the software?
We're completely open. Even the fleet manager itself is completely open that if somebody want to add additional module made from themselves or inspired from Home Assistant, we'll keep everything open. We believe that we will deliver a good enough solution, but at the same time we know that the people maybe could ask for more, and we're completely open. Instead, try to fulfill everything. We give them opportunity and options they can do by themselves if they want to. So this approach, even with the cameras you will see, we offering them completely local solution, complete open APIs. But that's I think this is also something unique for us. We offering, and this is not. This is coming. Is not security is still there. The device is still secure in the local environment, connected to the third party or our cloud. All APIs is open, and at the same time without affecting the security, cyber security, any kind of security at all. This is something which we reach, and everybody is happy from our customers.
Maybe just to add, if I got the question correctly, I understood if we are trying to get into Home Assistant territory, if I read it like this, we are not. This Fleet Manager is a solution for Shelly devices. So we will never get into this territory where Home Assistant shines. It's a universal platform connecting all kinds of different IoT, so we are not going there.
Yeah, sorry about the question, but this is not yes, no. Home Assistant, this means this is the universal hub and everything for everything, so not. But maybe something which we can see that for a Home Assistant, every customer can do their one UI for their houses. This is something which we try to give to the businesses, but using Shelly devices.
Yeah. All right. So in our chat box, there are 9 questions left so far, but due to time, I think we take 2 more. I will start with Mr. Kenneth Nord. He's asking, will you start reporting revenue separately for Shelly X, and if so, when?
I would tell there's 2 streams of revenue, and we're still counting we're still working how to, but I prefer because this is the R&D call, and explicitly doesn't want to ask for any financial questions. So you can ask in your website, you can contact with our CFO, you can ask them, or on the next call. But I really don't want to dive into any kind of the financial things.
All right. Thank you so much for your question, Mr. North. We will continue with Mr. Mark Sharogradsky. He's asking, can your energy management solution can be used at data centers in the future?
Not only in the future, they're using right now. They're measuring, they're using for different approaches. They're using to monitoring the racks and monitoring the servers. Not only this one, they use to manage them in case of first to detect malfunction before this happens, and the second one is to detect in case of they can reboot them remotely. But data centers is a very good client, but don't know what they do. Usually this device is not connected to us. We never seen them because their level of security is much higher. These sensors usually there's SCADA systems which monitoring not only our device but also many more devices, and we are part of this system. And now currently the big part of some part of the revenue is coming exactly from the third parties buying our device, installing them into data centers. So could they use our platform? Probably yes, but I believe that the companies which operating data centers, they have a much more complex local solution, and they just using our devices, but not the platform itself.
All right. Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have still 7 questions in our chat box, but due to time, I would say we come to the end of today's webinar. Thank you very much for your interest in Shelly Group AG. A big thank you also to you, Mr. Dimitrov and Mr. Mira, for your presentation and the time you took to answer all these questions. Should your question have not been answered, you can contact Investor Relations at Shelly Group AG. I wish you all a successful day, and I'm handing over to you, Mr. Dimitrov, once again for your closing remarks.
Yeah, thank you very much for your participation. I see a lot of questions. I don't expect so many questions, by the way, from the investors, but I'm happy that you're interested. Anyhow, you can ask this question through many channels, through the investor relation, but also in our forums, in our Facebook page, even directly to me. I would be very happy to answer all technical questions all the time, because this for us is some kind of I think this is the DNA of the company, and what we're building, and what we're working every day, and we're happy what we're developing and what we're delivering to the people. So thank you very much for everybody. And I'm sure that if there is such interest, we will do that again. Maybe not now, in 3 months, maybe during the IFO or after the IFO, when we have a new releases, new devices, new ideas, we can update you what we're doing and what we're going. I'm happy that we have such a clever and innovative and interested investors from the business, not just from the share price. Thank you very much.
Thank you.